Three Peters for company. Peter Thompson and John Stan will be the next two, with Dan McComb, Mike Wenham the next couple. Herbie Terry Huff, Jessica Dakin Masters, Dan Cooney, Fletcher Smith, Sue Chutt, and we are green. Good even start out front by Tommy to turn number one. They're still neck and neck and all the way down to turn two. Kenny Carroll jumped the lead by Tommy to turn number three. And Brennan Huff has to settle for second. There's contact between Peters and that's for third and fourth. Tom will be fifth. It'll be Stoward, Webb, Smith, Dakin Masters, Cooney, Huff and Chapman. Down to turns 3 and 4 for the second time of the race. And your leaders starting to check out the rest of the field. Ken Carroll starting to build a couple of car lengths on Huff for the lead. As Carroll just keeping the car nice and straight through the corners. Don't let the back step out too far. And gets good drive off the exit. Zach Cooney, the car sitting there in third place right now. Has a couple of car lengths for the next guys behind him. That's Peters in the 47 and Thompson, who's all over their back bumper of the Bundaberg 47. That's for the 5th spot. Kenny Carroll continuing to build a lead over the Bundaberg 95 of Brendan Huff. 1-2 heat races started on the outside pole and is driving away from the field here. Demicombe getting very close to the fence at a turn 2. To get out accelerator, he loses the position to Fletcher Smith. The Bundaberg 94 starting at the rear of the field, working his way back up through it now. As they come across the stripe one more time, it's still Ken Carroll leading this feature race. Brendan Huff is the next one with Zach Cooney. About a 4 or 5 car length gap to the 47 of Bone Peters, who has Peter Thompson all over his back bumper. John Stow will be the next one in the 64 with Fletcher Smith trying to chase him down. Dan McComb will be the next one with Mike Wenham and Jessica Dakin Masters, with smoke pouring out from the bonnet of the 87 machine. Dan McComb in trouble down in turns 3 and 4 as well. He pulls it onto the infield and out of harm's way. Will stay green. As the mid-pack now starting around the lap traffic, Sue Chapman. Peters and Thompson do so. Get around the outside of the Gippy 13 without too many hassles. And the smoke continuing to billow out of the back of the 87 car now. Dakin Masters in the backyard Speedway Ventures car. Getting worse and worse. And a smell of oil over the racetrack starting to build. As we look back to our race leaders in turns 1 and 2. And a big fire underneath the back of the Jessica Dakin Masters car. And that will bring a red light on the racetrack as the crash crew rush to Jessica's aid. So a little bit of an oil fight in the bonnet of the Bundaberg 87 have taken Masters. And Crash Group very quickly over there, extinguishing that flame, doing a good job. Just gets all out of the car and A-OK. 8 laps down, 12 laps still to run for this street stock feature race. Nose to bumper, green flag waves, and we're away. Zach Cooney with one of the better starts into turn number 1, but half through turn 2, they're going to pull a bit of a gap to the young Bundy driver. Ken Carroll though, 4 or 5 car lengths, and we have got a yellow as Terry Huff and Dan Cooney come across it down into turn number 1. Let's you go sit down, and a massive thank you for them sponsoring tonight's event. For the hard charger, we go green once again. Ken Carroll leading again into turn 1. Thompson looking at the inside of Peters with a great run. Peter Thompson slides up to 4th spot now. Peters shuffled back to 5th. Zach Cooney hot on the bumper of Brendan Huff that time into turn 3. Got to keep his eyes forward now and keep pushing. Another lap down, 11 left to run. Peter Thompson gets to the back bumper of Cooney into turn 1 and 2. Cooney now gets it crossed up and slides towards the fence. He might just lose the position here as Thompson looks to the inside but backs out of it and thinks better of it. He's got to work on the exits. He keeps it tucked up down low. But Cooney able to keep it strong and hold on. Peters losing another position now as Stowart slides at the inside. That's for 5th spot right now, and Fletcher Smith goes around, up and over. The bumps he goes. 360 in the dust in turns 2. And he will rejoin the racetrack, but back out front. Watch Brendan Huff here. He's on the rear bumper of Ken Carroll, your race leader. We're down to 9 laps left to run, and Brendan Huff is within a car length of your race leader. On the back bumper of Carroll, he looks to the inside in the back straightaway. Carroll gets a good run and holds the lead. And Huff, once again, he'll go to the top of the racetrack, get the car turned in very early, trying to maximise his straight line speed. Down the front straightaway he goes. Can't get it done this time, he goes to the top, and look, here's the battle for 3rd and 4th. Thompson looks to the inside as Zach Cooney, but they're going for the race lead, they're 3 wide. Up the inside goes Huff. Carroll around the outside, and Carroll somehow holds on to the lead. Are you kidding me right now? 1 more lap in the books, and the opportunities are starting to minimise for Brendan Huff to try and get the job done. They're going to come across the stripe this time, and Ken Carroll has built a nice little lead. 5 laps left to run. There's half a second between your leaders. Zach Cooney still holding up Peter Thompson for 3rd as well. They get around the lap car and Terry Huff. Terry watches his son Brendan go around the outside and challenge for the lead. 1 more lap down, and there's less than half a second separating our leaders. Brendan Huff is right on the back bumper of Kenny Carroll now. Into turn 3 they go. Huff goes to the top of the track. He's going to pitch it off the top of the race circuit and go in the front straight. He's right on the back bumper across the line this time. 3 more laps left to run, and it's neck and neck for the street stock feature race. 2:10 separating your race leaders, and this time by there'll be 2 more laps to run as Huff gets to the back bumper and makes contact with Carroll. But look out, here comes Zach Cooney. Cooney is having the drive of his career right here. Putting it up against some seasoned street stock racers. They're going to be the white flag. One more lap to go. And Cap builds a half a second gap to Brandon in seconds. Huffy's going to have one more crack this time out of turn 3 and 4. But he's going to be too far back. Carroll's going to hold the bottom, slide up to the cushion. And at turn 4, taking the checkered flag. Ken Carroll is the feature race winner. Brendan Huff goes home in second. His first career podium, Zach Cooney in third. Peter Thompson will come home in fourth. John Stoward fifth, Mike Wenham sixth. Bo Peters will be the next one. With Terry Huff, Sue Kevin rounding out our finishers. And ladies and gentlemen, as he comes around to do his victory lap, put your hands together for the Rockhampton 37. It's Kenny Carroll. Kenny's still wide open for his victory lap, pumped up with that. And a great drive from the Rocky fella. We get him up in Mick Goat contracting.